So what was your name? Or what is your name?
Jacque Paul Ballay.
All right. When were you deployed?
Let's see. I was deployed in overseas. Obviously, you're asking about the big question. When did I go to probably Operation Enduring Freedom or Operation Iraqi Freedom? One of those two, right?
Yep.
That's everybody's big question. So let's see, 2004, 2005, I was in Iraq. Yep, I joined the military in 1998. That's actually whenever I joined the military. Do math around that time frame. Right out of high school, went to Beers High School in Plaquemines Parish. Went in, joined the Army August. Let's say actually I joined beforehand, but went in August 1998. After the summer, I enlisted as a 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman, a ground man shooting, whatever you want to call it, infantry. My first, thing that everyone goes through, basic training, which for the life of me, I don't remember how long it actually was. I think a total of basic training plus advanced infantry training was 13 weeks long. So that took place first for 13 weeks. Upon graduation from that, I went to airborne school, volunteered to go to airborne school.
Just ignore me. Just keep going.
Keep going, right?
Yeah.
Keep going, yeah. Went to airborne school, which was 3 weeks long. Then upon graduating airborne school, I got an opportunity to go to what they used to call it RIP, Ranger Indoctrination Program. Now they call it RASP, Ranger Selection and Assessment Program, which is basically, it's another thing you volunteer for after going through all that. And it's a selection program to go to the 75th Ranger Regiment. So that was the next, actually, selection process, or I should say, airborne school, and this was my first real selection process. So they do things a little different now versus then, but all in all, it's several weeks long of basically different forms of, best way to say it, selection tests, physical fitness tests, mental tests, book tests, navigational skills, just different things on how you basically react. You realize that you're young and you're in basic mode, but basically if you have the skills to actually be able to take on a larger role and learn more complex things in the Special Operations Program in the 75th Ranger Regiment. So upon that selection, I was selected, lucky enough. One of the harder things I think I've ever done, especially to date, at least around that time. After I was selected, I was assigned to 1st Ranger Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment in Savannah, Georgia. That was definitely a different experience for me. There was, go ahead.
Actually, because my friend is doing research and is a bit confused, and I'm just curious on my own. What's the difference between like a normal soldier and a ranger?
Great question. Great question. And it even goes one deeper than that. A normal soldier, a ranger, Ranger School, which I was going to get to, and then the 75th Ranger Regiment. So there's even like another layer on top of that, which I can answer all that. So starting from the 75th Ranger Regiment, 75th Ranger Regiment is part of SOCOM, Special Operations Command, and it's actually a part of the Special Operations community. Very much similar to what you would have like Green Berets, Navy SEALs, Air Force Combat Controllers, those particular groups, Delta Force, all those belong to either Special Operations Command or Joint Special Operations Command. 75th Ranger Regiment falls within that realm. There is something also called Ranger School that I went to as well, but it's actually a school that any branch of the service can send their leaders to become better leaders. And it's called Ranger School. It's not a unit, it's just a place where you get a Ranger tab.